I'm Angie, and along with Kevin, my husband, we own Happy Acres Campground in Angola, Indiana. But we don't just own a campground. During the off-season, all winter long, we load up Roxie and our 2 dogs, Jane and Dexter, and we go on adventures. We find new places, we explore, and we want to take you along with us. We are headed to Sedona today, and we've been here for about a week and a half, and this is the first time, other than the very first day that we got here, that we are going to Sedona because of road construction. We're staying on the road between Sedona and Flagstaff, and there's just one way in, one way out, and it was supposed to last a week. It's ended up, they extended it another week. The reason for our visit to Sedona today was for a doctor's appointment for Kevin. He's been having some knee problems for, I don't know, about a year. He went to the doctor before our trip and surgery was brought up. So we're gonna try a few things to see if it'll work before surgery. So today he got SHOCKWAVE Therapy.
So so I'm gonna start at 9 and then we'll
push you.
I'll be a baby.
Stop causing pain.
I haven't done anything yet.
I think it's the light that's for dramatic effect.
Zoom in on the face.
Does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt.
Oh, you want me to turn it up a little bit?
And it looked very painful, but he said already he feels better. So we made another appointment. We're stopping at Jerome and having breakfast at this clink scaling. Apparently this is the best breakfast in Jerome. We'll see. This restaurant we just ate at had lemon ricotta pancakes, but also avocado toast, and I couldn't decide, so I got the pancakes to go. But then they put all this stuff on it, so I'm just gonna have to eat it now. Way better than the avocado toast. Jane? Welcome to the Vortex Area. We're at the Crescent Moon day use area, taking a couple of their trails. And this, currently, we are standing in the Vortex area. So I'm waiting for this to be healed and have some spiritual awakening or something. I guess he likes it. This is called Buddha Beach. People come here. Stack stones. So we are currently at the Coconino National Forest, Crescent Moon Ranch day use area. And before I say anything else, I just want to preface this with, I'm a little frustrated. So we purchased the Interagency Park Pass, which is supposed to cover all national parks, all National Forest, all of that stuff. So we pull up there and he charges us because he says that this park is not part of it. And I explained to him that we just bought it. They said that all the National Forest, again, he would not take it. So I don't know if this is a glitch in their new interagency pass But that was number one. Number two, we didn't get a map. The only thing we got is a tiny little piece of paper that gave written directions on how to get to the vortex that was supposedly in the area. So I just assumed that trails would be marked and it would be a no big issue. There was not a trail marking anywhere, which isn't necessarily unusual. Not all trails are marked. However, most of them are obvious, like you know where the trail is. There were at points 10 trails crisscrossing around all over the place, some of them looking like they went into private property. I had no idea where to go. Anyway, I just got frustrated. We had no idea where to go. We turned around and just went back. So, U.S. Department of Agriculture, I want my $6 back. Okay, now that I got my rant over with, it is beautiful. And it would be nice if you wanted to have a picnic to go back there and just go mosey around the creek. But if you do want to hike and hike any of the trails, I would recommend downloading them onto your phone or something from the website, the National Forest website, before going. It's so beautiful, but honestly, I'm not sure it was more beautiful than West Fork. So at this point, if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely suggest West Fork off of Oak Creek Canyon Road. Pretty much everywhere around Sedona, it is the Coconino National Forest. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but recreating is not necessarily free. They offer a few different ways that you can purchase passes. And basically what you need to know is if you're just driving through the Coconino Forest somewhere, you don't have to buy a pass to do that. You can drive through it, but if you're going to stop, you need to buy a pass. That's kind of the general rule. So they offer the Red Rocks Park Pass. We ended up opting out of that and going for the National Parks Interagency Pass because we're going to be visiting so many national parks along the way. So that's also an option. One thing that you should note, though, which I didn't know when we purchased the pass, is not everything is covered. In this area, the state parks aren't covered, which I guess I probably knew that. But there's also several fee areas that are not covered. I did not know that when we purchased it. Those are really kind of some of the most popular areas to go, but I don't think you have to buy the Red Rock Pass or the Interagency Pass if you're going to go to one of these other fee areas. That is my understanding. The first time we went to West Fork, we didn't have it yet, and it was not a big deal. We still paid the $6. The second time we went, we did have it. We still paid the $6 person. So if you're just wanting to go to West Fork or like Slide Rock State Park or something, and that's it, you're not really going to hike around or go to any of the other areas, it's not necessary for you to get any of those other passes. You could just pay the fee. The other thing that I wanted to tell you about the Coconino National Forest is they have a great website. So I'm going to put the link in the description, but if you want to know where any of the trails are around here, they have great maps. They also have descriptions on each trail, so it tells you if it's strenuous or easy. Or make sure you go to that website if you are going to go do any hiking around here and get prepared. It gives you lots of tips and tricks on things you need to take and not take, times of day, all of that kind of stuff, plus obviously all the trail information. So check it out, make sure you're prepared, and make sure you have your proper park pass. So I don't know what happens if you don't, if you get a ticket or towed, or I don't know, but just make sure you do that and you'll be all set. For our trip to Arizona, we decided to get an Airbnb. We found this cute little cottage style house in the canyon, the Oak Creek Canyon, not to be confused with the village of Oak Creek, which is on the other side of Sedona, where the creek runs right along the canyon. So we can hear it most days. This has been a great find. It's just a small little 2-bedroom house, but it is so well stocked. I'm impressed. We've stayed on a lot of Airbnbs, never for a month, but this is a really great little find for us. It was way less expensive than most of the Airbnbs in the area, so that was a plus. Alice and Larry, who are our hosts, are amazing. Yeah, it's a great little house. Like I said, it's just a small 2 little bedroom. It's just the right size for us and the dogs, but really the best part about this for us, which I didn't even really consider before looking for a house, was that the yard is fenced in. It has been a godsend with Dexter. He loves to be outside. He just wants to be outside all the time. So if we would have had to always be with him every time he wanted to be outside all the time, we would pretty much be living outside. So the backyard has definitely been a plus. This is, I think, a minimum 28-day rental here at this Airbnb, but not all Airbnbs in Sedona are that way. This one just happens to be. Unless you're planning on staying for a month, it's probably not the right house for you, but it did work perfectly for us. So I just want to say thank you to Alice and Larry for letting us stay here. Here's the area that was blocking the road. I had to do some blasting.
Now they're fixing the road.
No, because I'm guessing that they dropped rock and ruined it. There was pictures online of piles of rock. What'd you say, 8 or 10 feet tall?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that really wasn't supposed to happen, but they extended this construction by a week. I should say they extended the closure for a week. Now it's open, kind of. We're getting through. Road's finally open, after 2 weeks. So we moseyed on into this old town part of Sedona. We're gonna walk around and check it out. Play name that tune. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed all of the crazy. Next week we're going to finish up checking out the big holes in the ground. We're going to go see the Sunset Crater and Wapaki National Monument, and then we also are prepping for Brooke to come visit. Super excited about that.